Alrighty, question 50. I'm continuing on with 2016 STAR Math Test, 8th grade level. Looking at question 50, it shows you a graph. It says it's modeling a linear relationship between the charge of a trip and the number of miles driven by 2 taxis. Now, if you're looking at that graph, your instincts should say, hey, X marks the spot, said Indiana Jones. That's right. Exactly. Now, I put a dot with a cross, and I went and marked my graph. So here's my point of intersection. Here's my 5 miles, and here's my 20 bucks. And if you read the ABCDs, you'll find there's one that says 5 miles and 20 bucks. The end. Not hard. Next question. Oh, question 51. What do you see? Well, I'm looking. I see dilation. So number 1, dilation. Number 2, what does dilation mean? Make bigger, smaller. What mathematical operation do you do? Add, subtract, multiply, and divide? Yep, multiply. If you add, you get it wrong. Alrighty, so we're looking at figure T and S. Now the question is, who is first? It says S, the smaller arrow. So, continued on, it says figure S, the smaller arrow was dilated to make the original center dilate to create T. So it sounds like to me S was first and T was second. So, which way is which? Looks like small to big. How do you make something bigger? You multiply by a big number. Would times 1 work? No. How about times 2, times 3, times 4? How about times 2.5? Sure. So multiply by a big number. So look at your answer choices. You've got times 2, times 4, times half, times 1/4. These will make it smaller. And these two will make it bigger. So I can tell you, it's the first two. It's not the last two. Forget the last two. Now, is it times 2 or times 4? So you're going to need to go to this shape and find some numbers. Do you want to count the hypotenuse? I don't think so. How about a length? How about a base? That's a base. What's this distance? 2. What's this distance? 4. 2 times what is 4? 2. And by the way, that would be like A prime over A. And A prime is... the second one was 4. 4 divided by 2 is still 2. Next question, 52. Somebody's ordering trophies for her school. Company P charges this much for each trophy. And one-time engraving fee. Yep, there's those words. Each. Each is per. Company whatever charges a bunch of numbers here. $7.50 for each. One-time fee. $17, that's expensive. Which inequality can be used to find the minimum number of trophies that can be ordered so that the total charge of P is less than the total charge of R? Looks familiar. We're doing a packet like that in class as well. So let's figure out what we need to do. Alrighty, so I wrote my notes over here. I wrote y equals mx plus b. M is per, meow, said Rady the math cat. And b is a fee, like a flea for my Rady the math cat. Now, company P said $3.50 per. Came right there. And that goes here. $25 was a one-time fee, so that's my B. Same here, $7.50 for per, $17 for one-time fee. Now, if you keep reading, it says which inequality means greater than or less than, alligator eats the big one maybe, can be used to find X. The minimum number of trophies can be ordered so that the total charge of P is less than R. Now, I gave the short version. Company P, I'll put that here, is less than company R. Now, I came over here and put little dots on the end of my inequalities, a nose for my mouse, in case you're wondering. Remember, this is the little side. This is the big side. So, first things first, make sure you have 350x plus 25. Do you have 350 with an x? I don't see one. It's wrong. Do you have 350 with an x? Nope, wrong. $3.50 with x, $3.50 with x, 25s. So these are all right. These are different. I think it said P has to be less, so P should have the point. And that is this one. Answer is H. Question 53. A couple more to go. Which scatterplot suggests a linear relationship between X and Y? What does linear mean to y'all? I'm going to say that's my number 1. What's my number 2? What does linear mean? Makes a line. So, which one makes a line? Put it this way, you can only pick one. I see this, I see this, I see this, and I see this. I'm assuming you picked B. Next, somebody bought a new computer. Yay, new computer. He made initial payment of this to the store, and he will pay $30 each month until it's paid off. Which equation can represent the relationship between M, the number of months he makes, and T, the number of time that's going to take him? So, what do you think? Which one's the per? Which one is so much per month? I think that's right there, each, because each is the same as per. So that's y equals 30x, and your one-time thing, that would be 50, because you paid it only one time. And how about, I don't know, choice J? That is per. Each, cost of 1, rise over run, slope. That is B, start button, y-intercept, fees, one time only. Let's do the next one. Question 55. A party hat is shaped of a cone. The dimensions are as follows. Now be careful that they don't say what's the volume of the cylinder that you stick the hat in. Alright, so I'll put 9 as height, 6 is the diameter. Unless you want to play with the 150 circles again, we probably should recognize that that's not the radius. So wouldn't the radius be 6 divided by 2, which is 3? Excellent, you're right. So don't be using 6 in your math problem. Now, I did my 1, 2, 3s. I got cone for number 1. I put 1/3 base times height equals volume. I shaded in my base because it's the area. And then I did 1/3 pi radius squared height. And then I just insert my numbers. You got 1/3, you've got pi, radius is 3, it's certainly not 6. And then 9, and I put that on the home screen, and there is my home screen. Da-da, 84.82, da-da, A. Next. 56. Which one is a function? What do y'all know about functions? Number 1, function. Let me fix that. Number 2, can the x's repeat? No, x's can't repeat. What else do you know? You had the little mapping thing. That is bad, but this was okay. Remember vertical line test? Certainly. So, we need to figure out which one of these passes as a function. So, and which one would you use? You're right, the vertical line test. Whoops, that's off screen. So I need to use the vertical line test to figure out what I need to do. So, here we go, handy dandy vertical line test. And I'll roll my pencil across. Do you touch 2 points? Yeah, you do. 1, 2. How about no? Would you touch 2 points if you did that? No, I think you touch a whole bunch of points. You touch more, you'd get them all. Very wrong. No. What about this one? Looks dumb, but check for vertical line. As you skim across that, am I touching it more than once? Not really. That one's okay. What about this one? Bam. 2. Right there. Fail. Answer's G. It can't touch more than 1 point. Next question. Yay! No more questions. Hope you enjoyed the video. Buenos nachos. And go ride your horse, Grandpa Moon.